If 5 minutes each morning could steer your whole day out of stress and into a field of little miracles, would you try it today? Picture this. Your alarm rings, and instead of scrolling, you stand. Place a hand over your heart, speak one power word, and feel the room inside you brighten. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the spiritual discipline Florence Scovel Shinn taught, turning your words into a wand that quietly guides reality. Florence said the morning is the gateway of the day, the moment you set the frequency for every meeting, message, email, and those good surprises. When you speak the right words and keep a single eye on the good, you unclog the current workflow's ideas, spark relationships, soften. We don't force life to obey us. We tune to a higher order under grace and on time, so the right things arrive without strain. In just 5 minutes, you can lock the reflex to react and switch on your creative mode. Cast the bird and speak the opener. Hold the single-eye picture. Release resentment, then follow intuition. Do this steadily, and you'll watch tiny morning micro-adjustments add up to a real shift in a few weeks. Here's the 5-minute morning circuit in the spirit of Florence Scovel Shinn, light enough to repeat daily, strong enough to change your trajectory. Ground and cast the bird in hand, anxiety to divine wisdom, step into freedom. Open door words. Short, clean affirmations that clear the deck for right action. Single-eye vision, imagine the result complete and hold steady beyond appearances. Release resentment, pull the pin on blockages so the good can flow back in. Follow intuition. Honor the first nudge and take one small aligned step. You don't need candles or fancy tools. Just breath, a brief pause, and the right words spoken clearly, simply with faith. Give yourself 7 mornings to test it. If after a week you don't notice small miracles, a kind email, an unexpected credit, or a pocket of calm in a busy day, tell me in the comments and we'll fine-tune it together. Let's start simple. Sit up tall. Keep your chin soft. Let your shoulders drop as if you just set a heavy backpack on the floor. Mornings love momentum. We grab the phone, scroll notifications, and let the mind get snagged like a loose thread on a nail. Not today. Today you pause. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your belly. Come back to your body as a safe house. Don't rush to fix anything. Simply notice where you are. Breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, hold for 4. Exhale slowly through the mouth for 6. Repeat 3 times. With each breath, let the noise in your head settle like the foam on a freshly poured latte, softening on its own. Every exhale, imagine loosening one small knot, the stacked meetings, the unanswered emails, the half-sentence from someone's sideways glance. Exhale means release. You are not defined by those mini stories. You are choosing the frequency of your day. Now place a simple image at your heart, a door slightly open with a soft light behind it. That door stands for possibility, the good you haven't named yet. As you breathe, picture every weight becoming a small pebble resting in your palm. Don't rank them, just acknowledge and set them down. Whisper in the rhythm of your breath. I release all heaviness. I hand it back to the divine wisdom within. I am light and free. You're not abandoning responsibility. You're letting go of rigid control, so a greater order can take what's beyond your current strength. If your mind pushes back, we can't let go. This is urgent. Smile at it the way you'd smile at a child clinging to an old toy. Say softly, I'll return to this after my spiritual breakfast. Right now, I choose peace. When you reorder your priorities like that, the body gets the all clear, heart rate eases, shoulders soften, eyes brighten. Peace isn't the prize at day's end. Peace is the platform the day runs on. Name 3 specifics weighing on you. Quietly label them one by one: deadline pressure, a hard conversation, money worries. Place each item on an imaginary tray. Hold the tray with steady hands. No drama, and offer it to the inner light, the master teacher inside you. Whisper, lead me by the gentlest, right-timed path. This isn't avoidance, it's cooperation. You're making room for intuition, so that later, when a decision is needed, the answer can rise clean and obvious like bubbles breaking the surface of water. Create a felt anchor for the day. With your index finger, trace a small circle over your heart. That circle is a private signal between you and you. Anytime you touch it today, let it pull you back to this morning's feeling. Spacious light open to grace. Add a tiny password on the exhale. Open the way gently. Choose a phrase that fits your beliefs. What matters is that the words are brief, kind, and clear. Brief words don't drag the mind into over-explaining. Kind words keep the heart open. Clear words stop the mind from looping. If a wave of anger or hurt rolls in, don't stuff it down. Bring the feeling into the breath like hosting a difficult guest you still respect. Ask quietly, what do you need? Often it wants to be heard, not explained. Give it 30 seconds. Then say, you can move through me, you don't have to stay. When feelings are allowed, they flow. When locked up, they harden into a stone in the chest. Here's a quick way to lay the burden down. Draw 3 columns on paper. 1, what I'm carrying. 2, what I can do today. 3, what I hand to divine wisdom. Be comically specific. Reply to 5 priority emails in column 2. Timing of partner's response in column 3. On the page, the boundary line becomes visible. That clarity frees energy that's been stuck in the fog. Remember, casting the burden doesn't turn life into instant sunshine. It changes your role from trying to control every detail to partnering with a whole wisdom that wants the highest good for you and everyone involved. From this posture, you stop reacting to every bump. You become the navigator, not the hot reactor. And from here, you're ready for the next movement of the ritual, using your spoken word to open the door. Before we shift, let's seal this practice with 30 seconds of stillness. Close your eyes. Long exhale. Tell yourself I am safe. I am guided. What truly matters finds me on time. Feel the ground under your feet, the chair at your back, the cool air on your skin. You've made a wholly open space in your mind, a clean exchange zone where your upcoming affirmations can land like a relay baton into steady hands. And because none of us are doing this alone, I invite you to connect with our community, practicing this 5-minute morning ritual. In the comments, share one thing you set on the tray today and one small sign of peace. You just felt a deeper breath, a soft muscle, or simply the thought, I can begin again. Your share gives someone else the courage to let go, and their story will remind you we're growing together. If this helps, save it to your morning ritual playlist and pass it to a friend who's ready to feel lighter. Now that the deck inside you is clear and bright, we move to step 2 words that open doors, where each sentence you speak becomes a priority, pass in your hand, a smooth path ticket for the right things to arrive in the gentlest way. Stay with me. Just a few lean, luminous affirmations will turn that wholly open space you made into a doorway for good to walk through. Now that the ship's deck inside you is clear and bright, we step into Florence's favorite art, using the word to open the door of your day. Picture a simple control panel with 3 buttons. Intention, feeling, tiny action. A good affirmation presses the intention button, then wakes the fitting feeling, so body and mind move naturally without strain. Don't chant like a machine. Speak from quiet center, so your words land on the right frequency and ripple outward. Before you speak, set your posture tall but easy, soft neck, relaxed shoulders, the hint of a smile. Inhale through the nose for 4, hold to exhale 6, and speak on the exhale. The longer out-breath tells your nervous system we're safe, so the line sinks in as a signal rather than noise. That's the difference between doing affirmations and activating them. Use the 4R rule for Florence-style affirmations. Real time. Present tense, I am, I have, so your brain doesn't postpone your good. Receptive, add under grace. Right timing, so you invite what fits without forcing. Recurrent, keep it short. One clean sentence beats a windy paragraph. Released, set intention, then let higher wisdom choose the path. Choose one life area to open this morning. Here are compact lines with a matching feeling cue and one tiny action to anchor them. Read the Vietnamese in your heart if you like, then let the English version lock the tone. 1. Work and creativity. I act in right timing and clarity. Feeling lighter shoulders, a spark of interest. Tiny action, open your calendar, pick 1 top task book, a 25-minute focus block. 2. Money and opportunity. Clean, easy money flows to me through right channels. Feeling steady warmth in the chest. Tiny action, send 1 invitation or value email. No begging, just opening a door. 3. Relationships and communication. My words are kind and clear. I am heard. Feeling gentle openness at the throat. Tiny action schedule. 1 conversation with the aim to listen first. 4. Health and rhythm. My body cooperates. My energy runs smoothly. Feeling breath dropping into the belly. Tiny action, 10 minutes of walking or stretches. 5. Safety and peace. My space is safe, all arrives in safety. Feeling soft round presence around your body. Tiny action, tidy 1 small spot, desk doorway, so the physical matches the spiritual. Run a 3-breath loop for your chosen area, breathe in, speak out, then listen inside. Keep each line to 7 to 12 words so the mind can carry it easily. If your heart feels dry, add sensory cues, hand over heart, imagine warm light spreading, or rest your fingers at the throat to open the voice. Rhythm helps too. Tap thumb to each finger counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 keyword per tap, e.g. real-time, receptive, refined, released. 3 common traps and the fix. Begging the universe, a pleading tone, broadcast, lack. Fix, switch to confirming tone, not. Please let, but I welcome, I am, I choose. Word salad lines too long tire your system. Fix to still until the sentence feels like a handhold, not a speech. Many directions at once. Chasing 10 goals splits your signal. Fix, pick 1 primary area for today. Rotate others through the week. Your 60-second, clear the deck ritual. Long exhale. General opener. I'm ready for the right thing to arrive gently. Choose 1 core line for today from above or your own. Repeat it 3 times each, slower, as if sealing a wax stamp. Sit with 10 seconds of quiet and feel what shifted. If a voice says, I don't fully believe this, don't scold yourself. Use the kindness sandwich to hold doubt inside peace, layer a piece. In this moment, I am safe. Center honesty. I notice I'm still unsure. Layer 2. Peace, and I still choose the gentle road. You're not denying emotion, you're embracing it and steering toward light. Increase stickiness with habit stacking. Pair your line with something you already do, brushing teeth, making coffee, opening the laptop. Example, before opening email. Rest your palm on the mouse for 3 seconds and whisper today's line. Driving at red lights, touch your chest and murmur. Make the way easy. Stacked habits turn affirmations into life infrastructure, not a once-in-a-while ritual. Create a 1-minute prayer for specific moments. Before a meeting, I bring clarity and respect. Solutions arrive easily. Before a tough email, my words are bright, my heart is kind, my aim is true. Before a money choice, I choose the path that's clean and lasting. Now write your core line in notes or on paper and read it once in a voice that feels like giving yourself a gift. Let it be disarmingly simple. When it drops at the right moment, it can recolor the whole day. Share your line with our community in the comments, plus 1 sensation you noticed right after speaking it lighter, shoulders, warm, chest, spark of an idea. When we read one another, we build a field of quiet trust, and that field carries your word farther deeper. Want a 7-day sprint? Tag your post, #5min miracle, or #morningundergrace. Each morning, revisit this segment, pick 1 line, or keep the same if it's working. After 7 days, look back at the sweet coincidences that visited a timely message, a small refund, a warmer conversation. That's how life answers, when you speak the language of grace. Let's close with a slow weave of words, hand over heart. Long exhale. I speak less but truer. I choose light and depth. The right thing arrives, right time, right channel, right people, in peace. Leave a few seconds of echo. Feel that cool, open space in your chest. That's the natural doorway for the next step. In part 3, we'll practice single point seeing, a one-focus visualization that keeps your good picture steady, no matter how the surface tries to distract you. If the word is the key, the image is the door. 1 minute from now, you'll learn to sketch already done for today, so your heart recognizes it and your life follows. And don't forget to post your core line below. We're growing a gentle sound garden where every word blossoms into good. You've cleared the deck, grounding and casting the burden. You've switched on the word. Now comes the subtle but incredibly powerful moment. Draw one picture for today and place it in the center of your inner screen, like pinning a photo to your phone's lock screen. I call this the single eye practice, one mind, one picture, one direction. When the inner focus becomes single-pointed, your energy stops scattering. Like sunlight through a lens, it gets hot enough to burn off the fog of worry and reactivity. Sit upright, soften your shoulders. Let your eyelids rest as if the window is still letting in light. Breathe in, 4, out 6, 3 rounds. On the third breath, choose your theme, today's 900 a.m. Meeting the drive to work, a call with family, or simply the quality of the whole day. We're not making a feature film. We're creating a 10 to 15 second snapshot with 3 parts. 1 image, where I am what I'm doing. 2. Sound a phrase or cue that represents the outcome. 3. Feel what my skin, chest, and belly feel like when it's already done. Example, your 900 a.m. meeting. Image, you close the laptop after the session sitting tall with a small smile. Sound, someone says, "Great work, let's go with it." Feel warm chest, light shoulders, clear head. That's an outcome snapshot. We don't visualize every second of the meeting, we jump to after it's done. The mind likes a clear finish line. Give it a destination to move toward. Now frame the picture with 10 breaths. Each breath, hold the image for 2-3 seconds, then let it go for 2 to 3 seconds. In gentle darkness, like blinking in front of a beautiful landscape, click rest. Why the release? Releasing trains your nervous system not to cling. When you don't clutch the image, it rests steady. When you grip it, shakes and blurs. To deepen the imprint, add subtle sensation. Notice your palms warming the tip of your tongue, slightly sweet, your spine upright but unforced. You can touch your forefinger to your sternum as an anchor button. Later today, a light touch on that point will pop the picture back up, like reopening a pinned tab. What's happening under the hood? You're training the reticular activating system, RAS, the brain's attention filter. RAS surfaces what matches your installed source image. When the snapshot is already completed, RAS begins to highlight matching signals. An email you'd usually skim suddenly stands out. A colleague's sentence snaps into place as the missing piece. You're not forcing life, you're setting the frequency to notice and respond to what's right faster and gentler. 3 common pitfalls and the fix. Over-detailing the movie. Building every step exhausts the mind and invites disappointment. Fix, hold a simple, clear outcome snapshot and leave the route to grace. Chasing hypey emotion. Forcing excitement makes you freeze. Fix, swap hyped up for calm and trusting. The right baseline for imagery is quiet and warm, not a pep rally. Channel surfing. 3 pictures today, 5 tomorrow, new theme. The next day. Fix 1 picture per morning. Depth beats quantity. The 90-second ritual. 0 to 15s, choose the picture already done result. 1545s, hold release with the breath 5 cycles. 45-75s, whisper, a 1-line labels over the image, e.g. done on time under grace. 75-90s, touch the sternum. Anchor smile, softly pin the image to your inner screen. You can run the single eye for any focus of the day, work, family, logistics, or self-care. The rule stays the same, 1 image, 1 morning. If you like structure, try the 60-second sunrise version. Right after you wake. 10s, hand over heart, long exhale. 20s, speak your core line, 2 to 3x. The walls of lack and delay now crumble away. I enter my promised land under grace. 20s, see the wall dissolve and the door glide open. 10s, tiny smile to seal it. How to speak so the line has weight. 3N method, nip, rhythm. Inhale, 4. Hold a 2. Exhale. 6. Place the sentence on the exhale. Nan, emphasis, warm stress on walls now. Promised land like a calm oath not to bark. Ngung, pause after away and again after under grace, pause 1 to 2 beats so the body can swallow the command. 7-day practice, 331. Morning X3. Before touching your phone, read the line 3 times while seeing the sand wall fall. Soft gold sea green hues. Midday X3. Right before a key action, read 3 times. Hear the latch click and the door open. Night X1. Once before sleep, whisper under grace as an anchor for the night. The subconscious keeps arranging. If belief feels thin, read it like law, not hope. Every bridge starts with the first plank. Switch phrases for the day, use sparingly, speak slowly. I move in divine timing. I arrive on time and in peace. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways under grace. Divine selection is now in action. The right people stay, the wrong ones gently step aside. I am guided clearly. The next step appears now. Divine delays are not denials. My good arrives in perfect sequence. If doubt pops up, good sign. An old layer is surfacing to be cleared. Use 3B. Be calm. Welcome doubt. Thanks for trying to protect me. Be true. I speak by law, not by fear. Bequeath, hand the rest over under grace. Then take one small matching action. Send the note tidy, the desk, click submit. Words touch the body. The body confirms the words. That's faith in action. Community challenge, day 3. Single eye. Keep one picture for one morning. If it's a big project, keep the same picture all week. If you're training mental flexibility, choose a new one each day. Think of this as leading an inner attention squad. When the order is clear, they march straight. When orders change every hour, they get lost. Seal the practice with a low, gentle line. The picture stands firm in my heart. The beautiful way appears on its own. Then breathe in, breathe out, and feel yourself seated on your center line. The world can be loud, but you don't get pulled out of your chair. And to keep this picture breathing, the next step in the morning sequence will clear the static that tears at your image, resentment, and judgment. Even a small thorn of irritation can scratch the picture you just placed in your heart. In part 4, we'll loosen that jammed latch through forgiveness, lightening the heart, so your single eye stays bright and clear all day. If the single eye picture is the door already open, then resentment is the quiet latch that keeps it half shut. It isn't loud like anger, it lives under the skin. You still show up, still smile, still repeat affirmations, but then a throwaway comment, a dismissive look, a curt email pricks your chest. That tiny thorn drains the fine energy miracles need. Psychologically, resentment holds the body in a low-grade alert, biasing attention toward threat. Spiritually, it behaves like a sentence you once pronounced and forgot to revoke, drawing in more experiences on the same frequency. Florence reminds us what we condemn in others we label upon our own life. Forgiveness does not legitimize a wrong, nor invite harm again. Forgiveness pulls the latch, so you can be free first. So good can flow back through your life and the picture in your heart isn't torn by the claws of memory. In our 5-minute morning ritual, after casting the burden, speaking the word, and painting the picture, we soften the heart, we release resentment, pause, judgment, and replace the verdict with a blessing. Sit as we began, spine easy, tall, shoulders, soft eyes gently closed. Breathe in, 4 out 6, 3 rounds. Now name accurately the person or situation that feels like a thorn, that coworker, yesterday's call, an older version of me. Don't retry the case, just name the thorn. Locate it in your body, a heat in the chest, a knot in the throat, a weight in the belly. Place your hand there and whisper, "I see you." When a feeling is called by its right name, it loses power. You are no longer its victim. You are the kind observer. Now the 2-minute softening. Minute 1. Unthorn. A long exhale and a short sentence. I choose peace over being right. With each breath, imagine warm light softening the thorn, not ripping it out, simply softening until it loosens on its own. If peace doesn't fit, try freedom or spaciousness. Minute 2. Change the word, look again with new eyes. Say quietly, I release them to higher wisdom. I bless them to awaken, be safe, and do what's right for all. If the someone is yesterday you, I forgive myself for not knowing better then. Today I know more and I choose better. End every blessing with under grace and in perfect timing, so the current finds the gentle path without force. But what if I don't buy it yet? Be honest and kind. Don't fake it. Use the 3-step bridge, I'm still upset. Truth, and I also want to be free. Desire, I choose one small step toward freedom right now. Present power. Maybe today that one step is not retelling the old story again, or setting a clear boundary without sprinkling judgment into your words. Healthy boundaries and forgiveness travel together. One protects the space, the other rinses the energy. Make it practical with a 3-column forgiveness notebook. On one page, draw 3 columns. 1 trigger, person 2. Lesson, I'm learning 3. Blessing, keep it short, curt email. I learned to write clear, warm, bless them with peace and clarity. My mistake yesterday, I learned to slow down, bless myself with patience and wisdom. Writing shifts you from passive to author of your experience. Try a strong 60-second practice, bless by imagination. Picture the person on a small boat of light. Give the boat 3 gifts, seeing, understanding, healing. Push it gently into a kind river. You do not steer, you release at the shore. In your heart, a quiet wish remains. May the right thing happen for them and for all of us. Inside knots loosen. Outside, reality begins to shift. The person softens or a new path opens, so you no longer have to interact. Forgiveness is not forgetting. You can forgive and still remember to set intelligent boundaries. It is not permitting abuse. Releasing emotional toxin does not mean staying in a toxic place. Leave, get help, call the law if needed. It is not removing responsibility. As we sow, we reap. You need not play karma on the universe's behalf. You simply take back the key to your own chest. When resentment loosens, 3 subtle shifts appear. 1. Inner space widens. Noise drops. Your single-eye picture brightens. 2. Your words get lighter. Emails write easier. Edges round off. Others feel less defensive. 3. Intuition rises. Between 2 near-identical options, you catch a small, timely path. Forgiveness clears the static on the line, so the hunch can finally be heard. You don't need to shout at the universe. You need to listen well. Seal it with a 3-layer affirmation. Layer 1, rest. My space is safe. My heart is soft. Layer 2, release. I drop the verdict. I choose freedom. Layer 3, bless the right thing comes for all gently and on time. Hand over heart, speak each line on the out-breath. Feel the warmth spread under your palm like a small sun. Don't strain to feel more, just allow. Forgiveness is a spiritual muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it grows. Keep momentum with 3 daily touch points. Midday before lunch, whisper, once I choose peace over being right. During a light irritation hand on belly, for 5 seconds, I release the verdict. Before sleep, write 1 short blessing toward the person, situation that pricked you today. Because we do not walk alone, I invite you to help create a gentle field in the comments. Write a 7-12-word blessing for someone/something specific, no names needed, with an emoji that fits. Use the thula to do or release and bless rid a few others and add a quiet amen, agreed with an icon. You'll be surprised how resonance softens the heart faster than solitary effort. Before we move on, look again at your single-eye picture from earlier. Notice how it feels now compared to 5 minutes ago, wider, brighter, steadier. When resentment stops scratching the canvas, the beautiful path starts to appear, not in fireworks but in faint invitations. A name floats up a notebook, asks to be opened. A route suddenly feels right. That is the doorway to part 5. Follow the hunch, where we'll discern between fear's loudness and intuition's whisper, and take small, graceful actions under grace and in perfect timing. Florence's own counsel underlines this entire practice. Condemnation magnetizes the very things we judge. Goodwill dissolves enemies within, and non-resistance is an art. The world is yours when you stop forcing and start blessing. As resentment lifts, the body too finds its balance. When resentment finally softens, and your single-eye picture holds steady, you'll hear a faint sound within as if light snapped its fingers. It's the first thought, gentle, clear. Florence calls it direct guidance. It doesn't shout or demand a lifetime contract. It simply invites you to take the next right step in the next few minutes. If word opens the door and image sets the direction, then intuition is the actual footstep that carries you across the threshold. So sit back, let one long exhale go and ask quietly, what is the small kind right step I can do right now? Don't wrench the radio dial, just nudge the volume. Most of us miss intuition, not for lack of superpowers, but because fear and overanalysis make too much noise. Give yourself one beat of stillness. In that stillness, the wiser part of you swims up like a small fish, takes a breath, looks around, and points. Send a 2-line thank you email. Tweak one sentence of the pitch. Set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. Grab a water bottle. Call the person your heart just named. How to tell a true hunch from noise or impulse. Intuition speaks briefly and specifically and can be done now. It rides with a felt sense of chest softens, eyes brighten, breath deepens. It doesn't argue for your approval. Fear, on the other hand, talks a lot, spins disaster scenarios, pushes you to do it now or else, and tightens your shoulders and chest. Impulse is jumpy and wants instant payoff. Just buy it. Say it to get it off your chest. It often leaves the aftertaste of regret. A quick body check helps. Does this thought open me or close me? The answer often arrives before words. To train your ear, use the 4S frame. Soft. The nudge arrives easy, not pushy. Small, you can begin in 3 minutes or less. Simple, one step, no long justification. Soon, doable today, ideally now. If your idea passes 4S, it's likely a hunch to follow. If it feels too big, don't trash it, shrink it to the first 3-minute move instead of change careers. Schedule a 15-minute check-in tonight to review joys, strengths, values, or DM someone in that field for a 10-minute chat. Florence emphasized obey at once, not blind obedience, but the willingness to try small actions that reverse old inertia. Our habit is to think and then stop. A tiny honest move creates the bridge of coincidences. Try the 3-3 rule, 3 breaths for peace, plus 3 minutes of action. Send a thank you line, fix a title book. The slot, delete one messy file, clear, one corner of your desk. Small but real moves put life into motion, and once in motion, half-closed doors start to slip on their hinges. A simple, everyday example, you've been holding the picture. The meeting ends smoothly, heads are nodding. A hunch pops print a 1-minute summary with 3 bullets to open the meeting. You do it. That sheet gets everyone on the same wavelength, saves 15 minutes of debate, and the decision-maker sees the option clearly and nods. Afterward, a colleague stops by. Loved your opener, free for lunch. I want feedback on a pitch. That's the bridge, one small move, another right door, right person, right time, that you could never have stage managed. Intuition doesn't fight reason. They're friends with different jobs. Reason sets safe boundaries. and checks the legal, ethical, feasibility boxes. Intuition points. Reason packages the step. Run the Gallo filter after you get a hunch. Gentle, is this kind to me and others? Legal. No rules crossed, obvious. Do I know the very first step? If it passes, GLO, step forward. A common blocker is fear of being wrong. Intuition doesn't require 100% accuracy. It trains you to dialogue with reality. If a hunch doesn't produce the hoped-for result, you didn't fail, you just received fine-grained data to adjust. Keep a hunch log date/time. What I heard, my 3-minute action, one bright spot I noticed. In a week you'll see patterns, times you hear best life areas where hunches arrive, kinds of actions that create leverage. Journaling turns intuition from mystical mist into warm discipline. Hold your frequency with 3 daily touch points. Morning after a 5-minute ritual, ask, what's the small step now? Then do it for 3 minutes. Midday before lunch, tap your sternum anchor and whisper, one gentle step now. Late afternoon before shutdown, review your hunch log and mark one bridge that appeared. These touch points help you stay on signal even as the day shifts around you. Honor boundaries. If a hunch says tell the truth, do it with responsibility and kindness. If it says take a break, pause within the frame of your work. Intuition doesn't invite chaos, it invites right timing, and often right timing simply means slowing down. Reply after a sip of water call. When the heart is soft, type the sentence and reread it before you hit send. A sweet side effect appears. As you follow small hunches, self-respect grows. Every hear and do proves your inner voice is trustworthy. As self-respect rises, fear quiets, and when fear lowers its volume, you hear guidance more clearly. That's the virtuous spiral. 1 gentle step today nourishes 10 gentle steps next week. 2 micro practices to keep handy. The body-mind compass, 2 minutes. Sit tall. 1 hand on chest, 1 on belly. 3 slow breaths. Ask once path A or path B, then listen without ears. Let a single felt word bubble up, lighter, slower, wait. Call no now. If nothing comes, that's an answer too. Not yet, pause. The decision to give intuition space. The non-deciding coin flip call, heads a tails B, flip it, and notice which you quietly hope for while the coin is mid-air. That flicker is your honest lean. Now let's weave community into your practice. Drop your today's hunch. Below, just 1 3-minute action you'll take after this video, and more importantly, come back later and tell us what bridge appeared. Use #, follow the hunch, barn 5 min miracle, or #undergrace so we can find each other. Often, the nudge you need will surface in someone else's share, because a shared field has a way of opening similar doors in many lives at once. Before we close a 90-second ritual to seal it in sight tall, long exhale, ask the golden question. What is the small, kind, right step right now? Wait 10 seconds in quiet. Write the first thing that appears. Do it for 3 minutes. Whisper. Everything else arrives gently and on time. Feel the heart warm by 0.5 degree, like a tiny bulb lighting up behind the eyes. You have just completed the whole morning ritual in Florence Scovel Shinn's spirit handing over the burden, speaking an open-door word, seeing with a single eye, releasing resentment and following your hunches. 5 small steps placed like notes in the right places. The mind grows quiet, words turn clear, the inner picture stands firm, the heart softens, and your feet dare to move. From here on, you don't force a miracle. You allow the right thing to find you gently and right on time. Keep 1 deep breath and a personal morning passcode. You'll repeat every day, less but laser true. Light yet deep, right time, right channel, under grace. When the day gets noisy, touch your chest anchor and read it slowly, like switching on a light in a dark room. The quiet secret of spiritual discipline is repetition. The simpler and steadier you are, the more intelligently life begins to click into place. To help this ritual stay and grow with you, take a 7-day practice, 5 minutes each morning, same sequence, and add these gentle upgrades. 60. Second quick pack, record 5 short lines, 1 per step on your phone. Listen while brushing your teeth so habit stacks on habit. The 4R filter for affirmations. Clear, generous, unclenched, out of control. Stick a post-it on your laptop so every email passes through 4R. 3-column forgiveness log, the sting, the lesson, the blessing, 1 line before sleep to clear the day's static. Hunch log with the 4S plus GLO test. Jot to 1 line per hunch, run it through soft, small, simple, soon, and check gentle, legal, obvious. Act for 3 minutes now. 3 touch points. Morning start, noon review, evening seal. These micro-tunes keep your frequency as steady as a freshly tuned string. Let's make a warm practice circle in the comments. Share 4 short lines. Your core line for tomorrow morning, 7 to chapter 12 words. Your single I-frame sentence for today. The 3-minute hunch you'll act on after this video. A 7 to 12 word blessing for a person's situation that still feels thorny. Add Marambam 5, min, miracle, #add undergrace, #1i. Morning, so we can find and cheer each other on. I'll drop A on every share. That's how we weave a field of trust together. Before we say goodbye, place a hand over your heart and read softly, the walls of lack and delay now crumble away. I enter my promised land under grace. Then imagine the soft-lit door right in front of you. You don't have to pound, you only have to whisper, the right door is open, and step through. The rope is down, the gate is swinging, and you are already moving with a light, assured stride. What's next? We'll personalize affirmations for your real-life goals. Negotiation, sales, promotion, and practice, baptizing problems into successes, so every challenge becomes a pathway. Until then, remember, you don't need to turn anyone into a fan. Stand on the right frequency, and they'll want to stand with you. The door is open, the rest is one gentle, decisive step. If you'd like bonus structure, try a 72-hour frame to lock the habit. Day 1 burden transfer. Whenever the old story rises, say, it's been handed over and returned to breath. Day 2. Words. Choose exactly 3 channel-shifting lines. Speak them slowly with an easy cadence, tie each to 1 small action. Day 3. Non-resistance plus active faith. When timing is slow, don't tug the rope. Bless, then take the lightest forward step. Close with a 15-minute Sabbath. Divine order is working in me now. Thank you for giving time to yourself today. I'll meet you in the comments where your gentle word can bloom into someone else's good, and in the next video where we keep playing the game of life by right law, right rhythm, and right wonder.